Okay, welcome to Lassen Volcanic National Park. Just rolled in here, and from what I'm hearing, the Highway 89 through the park is supposed to be opening today. Say it's been closed for snow clearing, but I don't really see any snow except way up on the mountains out there in the distance. But anyway, let's hope and pray that it's open. Okay, so I just pulled into the visitor center here at Lassen Volcanic National Park, and much to my pleasure, the ranger said that the Highway 89 Scenic Drive is open. It opened today. It was a bit of a gamble, but fortunately it's open. And would you look at that view? Okay, here is the first official turnout, and boy, it is just incredible. Loads and loads of tall evergreens here. I can hear water running down there somewhere, so I'm expecting some waterfalls. Actually, there's one I'm gonna try to hike to this afternoon and do some photography down there. But what a day. It's like 73 degrees up here, and it feels so good. Let's zoom in, have a little bit better look. Just absolutely spectacular. This is the beautiful thing about having a full day or all the time you need in one of these parks. Looking off in the distance, that mountain right over there is called Broke-Off Mountain. And I can see why. It looks like there's a chunk broken off the right side of it. But panning on around here, I just am blown away with how pretty this place is. And there is the Broke-Off Mountain sign right there. Gonna walk over here in front of the car and just continue my 360-degree pan. And looking way up there, those are some pretty interesting rocks up there. Great Scott, this is unbelievable. You can still see some snow up there, and then if you look at the different color stone, there's a lot of sulfur out here. And now, here we're looking at Lassen Peak. This, of course, is the highlight of the park, but there is so much more to see. I'm going to zoom in really close on that sulfur area. Take a look at the different contours in the rocks. And then this one straight ahead, this is really wild looking. Pretty impressive. Okay, I'm now at the Bumpus Hell overlook, and I'm going to shoot a couple of videos here. Got a signboard here, and then another one here. But I want you just to take a look at this place. Look at this big old rock sitting up here. And then just look all the way around. It's just incredible. Got another signboard here. I like these because they got a lot of information usually. Alright, here we are on the edge of Lake Helen. And there's covered in ice, which is really pretty neat. You look at all the blue colors in there. It's just unbelievable. And then we can see Lassen Peak in the distance. Here we are at another overlook, and this is facing more or less to the east. And I think we're actually at the highest elevation of Lassen Volcanic National Park. And I passed a sign back there that said the elevation was like 8,700 feet. What I want to point out here, look how tall that snowdrift is. You know, I get it, that's a lot of it's where they push the snow aside, but for June 27, that's a whole bunch of snow. Funny thing about this park is it seems like everything I see is the best thing I've seen. And now I just came to another overlook, and I think this is basically beating everything out. Have a look at that view. And that is Lassen Peak in the distance. Big old grassy meadow over here. Just absolutely stellar. Let's zoom in for a closer look. And there is Lassen Peak. That piece of driftwood in the creek really does make the picture. That is just unbelievable. Wow. Take a look at how clear this water is here. It's almost supernatural. Quite the spectacle. Okay, come down quite a bit in elevation and pulled over at the Kings Creek overlook. So I thought I'd walk out here and have a good look at the Kings Creek. Boy, it is pretty. Listen to that water running. We are now at the Summit Lake South. Found a nice little trail to take me out here. And boy, would you feast your eyes on that. Good gracious. Go down there and see how far I can go. It's going to get kind of muddy, so I don't want to get my feet all soaked. Man, that's beautiful. I think I've figured out a way to get a good view of it without any trees in the way. So let's come over here. I'm keeping my eyes open for snakes too. This is prime rattlesnake country out here. Whoa, look at that. It was worth the hike. Look over there. Okay, here is the backside facing west of Lassen Peak. Boy, she's a beauty. Hopefully I won't fall. It looks like it's really loose. Hoping to get a good view of the lake. I believe I'm going to get my wish. Oh, that's pretty. Man. Got a goose out there swimming around. It's just a gorgeous place. Funny thing is, I did not even know this park existed until a couple of months ago. I don't know if I'll ever get all the national parks, but I'm going to give it everything I got and try. This is number 29. Couple more geese over there. I thought that other lake was Manzanita, but this is Manzanita Lake. And I love this old piece of dead wood here. Boy, is that pretty or what. So I'm going to try to hike down there to the edge of the lake. And hopefully I'm not going to fall. This is some really, really loose ground here. But I think the view will be phenomenal. Let's go have a look. See, that was a close one right there. Alrighty, here we go. Wow. Boy, that's just amazing. Even got some parasites I guess that's lichen growing on it. Walking down this trail a little bit, whoa, a little bird almost flew right into me. I think I'm going to get the view I'm after. I'm thinking, because it's Lassen Peak in the background, so this ought to make a stellar shot. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Halfway tempted to roll up my pants legs and walk out in the water, but it'd be more like I'd drop my camera. And there it is. Wow, wow, and double wow. Let's zoom in and have a really good look. Gracious. Well, I followed my gut instinct that said to continue hiking, and I walked about halfway around this trail, and now look at this view. This is right at the north end of the park. That is just unreal. That is Lassen Peak in the distance. Let's zoom in a little closer. Great Scott. Got a little symmetry going on there. Amazing. Hello. Do I need to stop?
Well, at the stop sign, then go on.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Alrighty, so here we are at Bernie Falls, and I'm here to tell you this place is unbelievable. I'm going to zoom in close so you can see it. Boy, look at that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Down here at the base of the falls, check that out. Boy, that is something else, isn't it?